Hello students, welcome to the science class. Since few days we were doing about the first aid measures we have to take for different types of accidents. So today we are going to learn about the first aid measures we have to take when there is animal bites, like when there are lots of animals around. Some of these animals may be ferocious, some of these animals may have some destructive power due to which they can attack us. So for this reason we have to be alert with some first aid effects, with some first aid techniques, so that before reaching the hospital at least we can do something constructive at our level, so that the patient at least can survive. So let's proceed and see what are the first aid measures we should take. Okay, so first aid for animal bites. Now, the bites of animals like dog, cat, monkey, these are etc. can cause the dangerous effect. Uh, say they are not biting, that time we are enjoying their company, that's very fine. But if they bite, they can cause a very dangerous disease which is called as the rabies. And so if we have such a incident, we must take care of we must be prepared with some of the first aid treatments. First one is, if there is any such incident happens, then wash the beaten area with running water to wash off the saliva which carrying the germs of rabies. Okay, because whenever there is a bite, that bite can come from anywhere. So if there is bite, that saliva, the animal will give the saliva to the human hand or leg, or whatever part where they have attacked. And so immediately we should wash off that saliva, and because that saliva contains the germs of rabies. Now we on that area we have to apply an antiseptic cream, and then rush the victim to the doctor for further treatment. Okay, now what is actually this rabies is? This rabies is a very dangerous, very typical kind of a disease, which is the brain disease. It is caused by the virus, that is rabies virus. So it is a fatal condition which is caused as a result of being beaten by infected animals. Infected animals means usually the stray animals, like we don't know whereabouts of these animals, usually it is happened by these type of animals. And so the disease is being spread through a virus, so the virus must have been situated in the saliva of these kind of animals. So the disease causing virus spread through the animal's saliva after the animal bite. Okay, so disease causing organism, they remain in the animal's saliva. You can see by this picture also, the virus, they are coming into the saliva, and they are remaining in the saliva. When there is a bite from the animal's part, that saliva is being injected, or saliva is being put given, saliva along with the germs is being given to the person whom it is biting. So vaccination against the rabies, it is very helpful against to fight the disease. That is why you must have seen, when there is a dog bite or a monkey bite, we generally give a series of injections or vaccines, so that our body can be saved. Because once it is uh, once the virus proliferates, it directly attacks the brain, which is definitely a very dangerous effect for the human being. Okay, so please don't neglect that. If any chance, if you are beaten by a stray dog or a stray animal, directly go and see the doctor. But before going, please wash off very clearly your wounds. Please don't forget to do so. Next, we are coming the insect stings. This is also a very peculiar incident, which is a very painful as well. That the insect, like the bees and the wasps, they can sting a person, and this is very serious. Even you can hear, you must have heard, people are attacked by the stings, have fever, and then ultimately that goes into in a high extent. So the following steps has to be taken. Now, the stings has to be removed by scraping the skin surrounding the stinger until the sting is removed. So, and after removing, that area has to be washed very thoroughly. After washing that area, we have to apply baking soda in case of bee bite, and vinegar or lemon juice in case of wasp bite. In the diagram you can see wasp and the bee in the picture, rather. That is, you have to use the baking soda if it is applied, or if it is done by the sting from the bee, or you have to apply the vinegar or lemon if it is sting from wasp. Okay, so you have to be very careful. If any bee or wasp has stung you, be very careful, because it is also very dangerous. So you have to go to doctor. Before that, please use these first aids to save the life. Next, we are proceeding towards the snake bite. So, generally, these are the treatments which is happened for the patient having snake bite. So, snake bite is also a very dangerous. It's a very dangerous phenomenon, and the bites of a poisonous snake can cause death. Therefore, a person bitten by a snake needs immediate attention and immediate treatment. Okay, so the poison injected by the snake rapidly travel through the blood. Okay, so whatever poison the snake has injected during his bite, that poison has the tendency to run or circulate through the blood and affect the heart and the nervous system. So, following some effects has to be taken, like the preventive measures, like preventive in a sense, treatment measures. First, we have to tie a cloth tightly above the um, wound to slow down the spread of poison. Okay, so by the reduction of blood flow, and then immediately rush to the doctor. So what we have to do, a cloth has to be tied tightly above the wound. First one, if when there is a wound, we have to the cloth, we have to tie it very tightly above the wound. This will slow down the rate of circulation, as a result of which spread of poison should also be reduced. So, and then rush to the hospital. Regarding this, we have some steps, like first aid measures we should be undertaken after bitten by snake includes, the first one is remaining calm. That means calm mind, cool mind gives the it gives our presence of mind, and cool brain invites thoughts, invites different types of measures we have to take during this crucial period. This bite has to be cleansed, and then immediately it has to be taken to the doctor. Okay, so we can see first aid management, see the way it has been tied, that is, give the victim, those, those who have been beaten by the snake, first give it him a comfortable position. ask the patient, do not move the affected part. Like if you constantly move the affected part, the blood has got the tendency to circulate, and as a result of which the poison will be circulated very fast. Give sympathy to the patient to reduce the fear. This is your job. If you also equally gets affected and panicked, obviously that will harm the patient. So you have to be very calm and tell the patient that nothing's going to happen. We will do the treatment, first aid treatment, and we'll rush to him to the hospital. Everything will be fine. And wound area always below heart level, it has to be. And also, then the bandages, as I said, some inches above the wound, so that blood does not slow circulate, poison slow circulate, and then take the victim directly to the hospital. So these are the first aid measures we have to take if there is animal bite. But above all, always I am telling you repeatedly, remain calm, because that then only you can think wisely and you can think judiciously. Your thought, your action can save someone's life. Okay, so we should remember these first aid measures if you are facing this kind of problem. But always keep it in mind, whatever first aid we take, we are taking the first aid to give the temporary relief. But immediately, whenever the after the initial first aid, rush the patient to nearby hospital, because patient, in especially in these cases whatever I had discussed today, they need immediate doctor intervention. Okay, so all of you stay safe. Thank you. Tomorrow again we will do some first aids which is required for some actions, okay, or accident occurred due to some problem. Till then, take care. Thank you.